Okay, so this is a tier list that got all set up, pretty much. So up until now, this video is pretty much up to like the Dante's Unbound update, which I believe is like 35.5, I believe so. But so the last quest so far is the Whispers in the Wall quest, and that's gotta be where we make this video, I suppose. So all of these quests, I'm gonna rank them from how they're designed and my personal thoughts on them. So we'll start off this tier list with the first quest, Awakening. So Awakening is actually it's more of a like a learning course into the game and I'm pretty sure every Tenno will remember this, noob or like experienced players out there. But it's Awakening Quest is more, yeah, like I said, it's more like a learning experience for newer players to experience the game. And it's pretty good from what I remembered playing it. Hell, I even made like a new account just to try and do this quest again. Yeah, it's actually pretty nice. You get to pick your Warframe, your primary, your secondary, your melee, and as you learn, you pretty much progress through the storyline, which is actually pretty good and by design and my thoughts as well as that. So as a beginning quest, like to start off the game with, I've got to put in an 8 here for that. You know what? Uh, yeah, 8 tier. I'm gonna leave the awakening quest in 8 tier, pretty much. I'm not gonna put in S tier because it is like there are better quests in this lineup than the beginning quest. But yeah, as a beginning quest, that's pretty good by design actually. I love how DE Digital Twin did a pretty good job at doing that quest by design and mechanics. I thought it was really good. So, and the following quest, there's Vor's Prize. Though for my Vor's Prize, that's pretty much like the follow up quest, like Awakening Part Two from pretty much. Like, yeah, and Forest Pirate is basically Awakening Part Two, which is the follow up to the Awakening. But it follows up with that, but because of that, from what I can remember, it's you get to finish off four. Oh, spoiler! Yeah, you get to kill off four. What else was there? Um, oh yeah, uh, I think you get to like believe that was like a the corpus merchant, Darvo, I think. Yeah, I think so. But there wasn't much doing on from what I remember. So because of that, because of my dumbass, I'm gonna put leave it in seat here. Okay, big one. Science Virgil. So this is the quest that you could technically do in the like, on Earth, the first planet in the star chart. In the navigation module in your ship, the very front of your ship. So so yeah, Science Virtual, the quest on Earth that does primarily is located in Thetis, the open world, the first open world you will visit. Yeah, considering that it's an open world, and for the concept, I think I'm gonna put in 8 here. Not only because it's in like by how the fact that it's in like one central area. You don't need to go like to place to place to place to place between planets, between nodes, and all that. Plus, at the end of the day, when you finish this quest, you'll pretty much end up not being having, well, probably like one of the good tanks in the game, Gara, the one that looks like a samurai almost. Yeah, it's pretty much the class Warframe Gara, pretty much. I'm putting Saya's virtual in A tier. So next quest, once awake. Okay then. So once awake, farmer granary. That's the one with. Jesus Christ, I'm having a mental breakdown. I'm having a mental breakdown what the quests are. Anyways, once awake, I believe that's the one with Maru. I believe. Or the one in Mars, the Mars relay. The the one that you to go to talk to for trading and then trading the items, cultures, all that. The, the trading girl, essentially, merchant intended. So from the once the waking quest was it was kind of mediocre from mediocre, I guess. So what I'm essentially trying to do in that quest is like spoiler alert. Uh, shoots. I don't even remember what the hell I'm saying. What the hell? Once awakened, be there. Oh, Arcwing. Um. Oh yeah, the Arcwing. The uh Arcwing. Where are we up with this? I think B, A. Not A tier. A tier. A tier. The reason I'm putting in A tier is because like A tier, you gotta get your first Arcwing once you complete it. Like the first quest. Like the first quest, it's also gonna be a learning experience for like everyone. It's quite simple, quite fun. You get you get a new gameplay gameplay mechanic, which is always fun. Something new to try out. Okay, new to try out pretty much. Yeah, yep, yeah. So yeah, Darkwing, new guns, new weapons, A tier. Chains of Harrow. Now this is gotta go to A tier. Do I want to put it? Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it in front of Awakening. Not gonna lie, because once you start that quest up, oh, uh, that's gonna that feels that and the opening to that quest is just wild because it feels like a goddamn horror game with that quest because once you open that quest up, it gotta be dialogue and the screen just goes black essentially while reading something. I'm not gonna say I don't want to say too much, but yeah, too much of it. But it just feels like a horror film almost. It's just the whole feeling of it. Okay, next one. Uh, Heart of Deimos. Okay. Heart of Deimos. This is like It is probably like one of the three quests that, alongside Size Virtual, is like it introduces you to like the one of the three open worlds, pretty much. So, and for the Heart of Deimos, it introduces to the open world with the infested units with factions. So probably alongside come on, I'm probably gonna put Awakening at the very back because like I said earlier, it's it's like the begin for the beginner stuff, right? Ooh, Nata. Okay, another big one. This is a big one. Big quest. Okay, so Nata, the quest. This quest, let me be real with you. This quest is ideally is probably the stepping stone to the entire mainstream storyline to like mainstream storyline like the second dream for example like this is a stepping stone for like the mainstream quest story. So it starts off However, probably gonna be in a lower tier because of how far you have to be in the star chart, how many planets you have to unlock. How, so it's probably in low S tier because of that, because of how because the progression you need to be able to progress to the star chart, all the weapons you go through, all the mods and stuff. But trust me when I say that this Natal Quest is just a storyline stepping stone into the game's story. Is you get to learn about the not where the Lotus. Yeah, like she's like your guide from, if I haven't mentioned that already, she's like the guide to the players, sort of in a way. But yeah, you get to more learn about her background, the guide, like I said, and it will be like stepping stone to the rest of the mainline like story. So yeah, low S tier. Now, rising tide. Ooh, same thing. This is basically like the really with the Arcwing, pretty much it's like it introduces a new mechanic, a new gameplay with Arcwing, but instead of flying by yourself, the quest of rising tide, you will be you'll be flying in a massive gunship in space, like the AC-130 in the sky. It'll be like the AC-130 ship in space almost. It feels like that in gameplay wise. That'll be your reward, a gunship of your own, essentially. However, it'll be an A tier, it's not an S tier because all the materials you need to invest into the actual into like the actual gunship. Did I say the name? Gunship, not gunship, but uh, okay, yeah. I was just like, my brain dead. My brain just dead right now. I'm sorry. Okay. Oh yeah, second dream. Oh my god, this is okay. Second dream. S tier. Second dream for is possibly the first cinematic quest in this game. And solely on that is going to S tier automatically. Not only does it contribute to this game's story, but yeah, cinematics everywhere. First cinematic war quest. Same thing with this one. It's the war within. Oh my god, S tier again. Maybe yeah. But unlike the second dream, this quest is like just there's much more cinematics and much more dialogue with compared to the second dream. Uh, yeah, but yeah, so much more cinematics, such much more story lore, pretty much than the second. Not saying that the second dream is bad. It's just that the war within does contribute to the lore itself. And like yeah, case Foxolaris, another one of the three. Sires of Virgil and Heart of Deimos. Foxolaris is the introduced the Corpus faction open world in Venus. Well, it goes for in these three, between these three. Foxolaris is probably like my least favorite of the three open worlds because I haven't well, just so grandful. You have so grandful between these two. Hold on. What are you doing? Is okay. Okay, so these three pretty much staying in there because oh well. It's because the factions alongside the open worlds. Okay, Limbo Theorem. Uh, Limbo Theorem. Okay, this one probably going to like C tier because it does. It's not bad, I guess. Not bad, but it does characterize into focusing on one of the Warframes, Limbo, as in the quest title itself, Limbo. But I don't remember. I don't remember because I'm putting a C tier because I don't even remember much about it other than you have to. Like, I think from what I can remember of it, that's how bad that this quest was to me. I barely remember this goddamn quest. Okay, I barely remember this goddamn quest. Holy shit. Okay, yeah. Okay, so Octavia. Okay, unlike Limbo's Tale, Octavia's Anthem, on the other hand, is going to A tier, even more so than the beginning quest, because for Octavia's Anthem quest, the Octavia's Anthem quest has the has a new type of gameplay, and pretty much with one of the syndicates called Cephalon Suda. And I believe when you go to like Cephalon Suda's room in any of the relays, I believe you can do that. You replay that new gameplay mechanic where you have to like time your jumps with the music, I believe, to defeat one of the antagonists from the story. I believe pretty much. And same thing for the Glass Gambit too. Moving on, same thing, introduces a new gameplay mechanic, which in order to get the Warframe associated with this quest, uh, Nidus. Nidus was the Warframe slash character associated with this quest in particular. You would have to play the new mechanic, this new gameplay associated with this game. Uh, I think there's two game modes that was associated with this. They're called the Index, and I forgot the name. I'll probably put a title of a subtitle on the edited version. Well, after I edit this video, but yeah, there's this one gameplay where you have to like get the Warframe Nidus, which can be grindy, but I think it's pretty fun, interesting. However, Sands of Menorahs, I'll put this one in B tier because to get it to because in order to do this quest, you have to like buy it literally. You have to buy this quest from from a merchant called Barrow Ketir, if I remember his name correctly. That's Barrow Ketir. From in the relay, the bear exclusive guy with ducats. That's his exclusive currency. However, it does introduce the Warframe in Naros with like the Sandstorm kind of guy, inspired by Greece. No, no. Okay, so I'm sorry about that, Greece. Egypt, I think. I'm so sorry about that. Please forgive me, Greece. But okay, so moving on. Silver Grove. I'm also gonna put this in B tier because like the Limbo theorem, I don't really remember too much about the Silver Grove other than the fact that it's associated with one of the syndicates, the New Loka, I believe. Uh, and it also like after these end up in the Glass Gambit, there's a Warframe associated with this called Warframe quest called Titania, in which you could get the blueprint. I'm unsure if you can get the parts from this quest, but who knows? I don't remember. I'm putting it BT because of how in low B tier. So, ooh, Mask of Revenant. Okay, so Mask of Revenant is it's gotta be probably in like it's probably like B tier, C tier for me because but I'm gonna put it in B tier because of the fact that it's pretty simple. That's similar with one of the Warframes, Revenant. However, with my personal experience with this game, with this quest, was this that one of the that is pretty buggy. I can't even get the thing going, progressing. I can't even get the one of the parts from it. But that's for me problem than anything else. So B tier, Patient Zero. Okay then, Patient Zero. I believe that's the one with the infected guy. I believe corpus guy. Oh yeah, Alet V. That's right. That's the guy. Alet V. So I'm gonna put him this quest into like C tier, however, because while it does introduce like it does feature Warframe from what I can remember, it doesn't really do make it very memorable to me. As far as I can remember, it doesn't really leave much memories into me as a player. I guess you could say. On the other hand, Jordan's precept is probably going to be top A at top B because Jordan's precept has a unique boss called a unique boss a unique boss on the planet Ares that which you need to use the Arc-Wing that you've gotten before. It could be in space. You have to defeat this giant flying infested monster, I suppose, in the end. But how at the same time it's leaving it B tier because of the time needed to progress this quest. I'm not gonna say what is it, but it is gonna take some time to actually progress this quest. Hidden messages. Ooh, I'm gonna leave this in low B tier because it's associated with Warframe Mirage. However, it gotta be in low B tier because like with Limbo Theme, it does it include. I don't know if I said this before, but it'll be Limbo Theorem. If I remember, Limbo Theorem has like puzzles. I think both of these has puzzles. I think. So I'm kind of dumb. So yeah, in messages Limbo Theorem gotta be like the same area almost. Uh, the called Tempestario. Ooh, I'm gonna put this in like pretty high up there. Main reason because it involves the gunship from the Rising Tide mission request. These two were pretty much almost identical, in which you need that gunship to do them. So we're putting that thing in A tier. Plus, I think there's a cinematic too, so pretty high up there in A tier. Okay. Plus it does leave. Not forget it. Uh, okay. So Veilbreaker. Okay, this one's gotta be low S tier because you get with the Veilbreaker, you get to play as one of the great coolest characters in game named Cull. I'll talk about him a little bit later, but but in this quest, but through him, I'll talk about Call a little bit later, but in this quest you get like a new mechanic, a new UI from the traditional game play of this game. So that's pretty much S tier. Is the very paradox. Okay, so this is gonna be an 8, probably gonna be low S tier actually, because it introduces you like, kind of like a veil breaker almost, but you get to experience the game through a different perspective of the game, through a new character. You get because you can customize all these characters in game actually. Like after all, this is an RPG after all, an RPG free to play game after all. But yeah, it got me an SD because of that. Having to play play for so long to progress through this to get this quest, or unless you play this quest in the very beginning, which is an option, I believe. It's like it's just a new perspective of playing the game, just like Veilbreaker. Okay, Angels of Zariman. Oh my god, I think I'm gonna put this in D tier, the first D tier quest, because from personal experience, this quest is it's kind of it's confusing to fight the enemies personally. That sounds like a me problem, but it's kind of confusing for me. Uh, but it's also pretty fun, interesting enough. But for me, it's just pretty confusing and both tough at the same time because you have to use the operator. I'm not sure if I mentioned the operator before, but yeah, you have to use the operator to to fight the angels, as in the title, which is pretty frustrating on its own to have to switch between Warframe and operator. But yeah, the first ever D-tier quest. Okay, man of the few words. Okay, this is gonna be A tier for sure because with this quest has 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 introduced to the community one of the most memed character in the game, Clem. And in the early days of me playing this game, he was probably like the best character right before Call showed up, pretty much, which almost like took away his spotlight, kind of. But justice for Clem, the companion of the Darvo guy, pretty much. Prelude to War. Okay, probably gonna put this in B tier because from what I can remember, it was a pretty interesting concept to building up the story, introducing to anticipating the future of the story. I guess it pretty much like pushes the narrative of the story of the game, pretty much the mainstream story. It helps. Pretty light per se, gameplay wise, but it contributes to the mainstream story, which is why it's gonna be beat here. Okay, the new war. Okay, automatic S tier. The new war is probably like the latest one, the latest big one I say because with the new war, there's literally a confirmation screen which it mentioned that this will take hours of gameplay. However, it is a masterpiece of a quest as you get to. I don't want to spoil too much, but it is a great quest in which you like, get to experience to it's like a mashup of how do I explain this? A mashup of complications of I'm not sure how to shoot. Um, let's just go play it. It's just great. Anyways, Deadlock Protocol. Seat. I'm gonna, I'm gonna look at putting a seat here, honestly. It's just from my first experience fighting Protea was irritating as best. Protea was is the associated Warframe, like Masquerade Revenant and Hidden Messages, where we did a Protea pretty much. Um, okay, it was annoying. The gameplay wise was annoying as hell. Heck, the design of it was just frustrating to deal with. Grinding with her was bad in my personal experience. Okay, and that's just C tier, but it was new, I guess. I'm C tier at most. Okay, new strange. Eh, I probably could put it like a high C tier actually, because it probably was introduced like the Dragon Warframe with like the elemental Dragon Warframe, Chroma, and the design. I mean, it's not all that like interesting to me, honest, other than the fact that because of that Warframe, the design of it, game of it, pretty much with stuff. I forgot the stuff on name, but eh, whatever. It was just it just doesn't bring out any sort of it didn't bring out any sort of core memory inside my dumb brain. But Howl of okay to me. So yeah, okay, Howl of the Cooper. Okay, so I'm probably gonna put this in B tier because in this quest, yeah, your reward is that you get a pet dog in the game. Yes, you can have pet dogs in the game, and later on you'll learn how to get a pet cat in the game. But there is no quest for the pet cats. But anyway, the fact that there's like a quest for pet dogs, that's it's just pretty cool actually. It doesn't take that long actually, but the fact that it's like pet dog is really interesting. The sacrifice. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna however I'm probably gonna be like this low because you get okay. Oh shoot, that mix it up. Hold on, stolen oh shoot. Oh shoot, I've got the contest of it. Stolen dreams, probably probably could put in D there because I don't even remember there's nothing in that quest that really pops out to me. I think request. I'm sorry. There's just nothing that really pops out to me in this quest. And no, I'm not putting it in detail just because I don't remember or this quest, or I may have messed up the naming with my dumb human brain. Same thing with the huh. Okay, so I'll pause the prologue. I'm probably gonna put this like a low B tier, I think, because from that quest you that's spoiler alert. In this quest, something happens to the Lotus. So pretty much something happens to Lotus, our guide, our mom, our aunt, our guide throughout this entire game. The one who awakens us from the first quest. Something happens to her, essentially. But yeah, that's a spoiler alert, which is why. But it's pretty short, but it's all interesting. But so which is why I'm putting it B tier now. the Wave Rider. Ooh, this is the quest that's a part of the like Voxelaris, same place as the Voxelaris. Uh, the open world with the corpus, the tech dudes, the tech core technicians, the tech traders, for profit. I probably could put this in low B tier because it's both simple, it's quick. However, it is also challenging to those who are not like avid skateboarders out there. For those of you who haven't used too much of the key drive gameplay, is in the free world. The key drives are like the essentially skateboards in the game, which you have to use to actually progress this quest, to progress and complete this quest. We're pretty much leaving it to B tier, which is pretty mid actually. So yeah. Now, Whispers in the Wall, the most recent quest in the game, and main for that product of the Teams of Harrow, because it will introduce us to, because it's like a stepping stone to like the next quest which is 1999. I'm super. This should be, from what I can understand, is like the stepping stone to the teased quest, the teased update, the 1999 update before in TennoCon 2023, I believe, or was it 2022? But yeah, Westman and the Walls, design wise, it was great. It introduced no enemies, their weaknesses, new types of weapons, and even a new Warframe, much like all the quests in many of the quests here in this list. So yeah, that'll be the list.